The heart of Omusati region, a journey through heritage and nature. Nestled in the heart of Omusati region, a land rich in culture and natural beauty awaits discovery. This documentary takes you on a journey through the unique features that set this region apart from others. From ancient baobab trees that stand as sentinels of time to memorial sites honoring our heroes, we explore what makes Omusati region a treasure trove of heritage and nature. Heritage, the baobab trees. The iconic baobab tree, often referred to as the tree of life, is more than just a remarkable sight. It symbolizes resilience and community. These majestic giants can live for over 1,000 years, providing shelter, food, and water to both humans and wildlife. Locals share stories passed down through generations about these trees, stories that connect them to their ancestors.
As members of the human family residing in Omusati region, Ombantu to be particular, specifically Omkwa is a very significant tree to our own survival and the continuation of our existence for the following reasons. One is that the baobab tree served as a pillar of spirituality, especially when it comes to Omkwa Oimenga, Omkwa Weonga, meaning Omkwa of rituals, the baobab tree of rituals, and this is the tree where we are now. And it's also being referred to as the baobab tree of the spear. I specifically came to it because of that connection. The second reason is because Omkwa, which is the baobab tree, it bears fruits during dry season when other fruit reserves have been used up, and its fruits is served as a wagon to pull our communities through to the next harvesting season. Number three, Omkwa served as a fortress for the protection of our livestock. The livestock will be put under the shade of the tree. The vulnerable, including women and children, will be put in the trunk of the tree, while the warriors will continue fighting the enemy and repel them, so that they will be protected in the trunks of the tree. It is also worth mentioning here that the baobab tree, during the rule of one of the ruthless king, the only king that Ombanu had, being referred to as Kamaku Kahua, who ruled Ombanu, being estimated between 1810 up to 1835. He also used the baobab tree as a torturing instrument. When he was not happy with your action, or have found you to be guilty, he will give you as a punishment to cut down the baobab tree with your own bare hands. And the fourth one is that the baobab tree leaves and the trunk served as fodder for the livestock, a practice that is going on even today. Those who remember the 2019 drought, many of the animals around here were saved because of the baobab tree branches being cut into pieces and the trunk being cut to pieces so that they can be used as fodder for the animals. And our animals survive. The one you see today here are the survivors from the feed of the baobab tree. Mm. The baobab tree fibers also is used to make threads for either ropes and for women decorations. Mm. And those days before the cotton era came, it used also to be used as clothing, for our own clothing, to cover our bodies. The baobab trees, seeds, fruits, also have been used as food, and also oil used to be extracted from them, and some also to be used as to have some health benefits. Some baobab trees became more famous than others, such as the one in Outapi, which has been declared as a heritage site. This baobab tree, in addition to what I just said, it served as a church. At one point it was a church. At one point it was a post office. At one point, especially during the liberation struggle, it was used as a prison where some of the captured freedom fighters used to be kept by the regime. Mm-hmm. It has also been used as a bar. When they wanted to relax, they put their drinks in there. And today is a heritage site and a commercial entity with water, electricity, camping site, accommodation facilities, and so on, you name it. A baobab tree can live long. All I can tell you with certainty is that the life of the baobab tree far exceeds that of a human being. Far. That is what I can say with certainty. Because botany was not so well in our area, we cannot tell you with certainty as for how long. But other people who were well developed in botany, they can tell you that it is true that a baobab tree can live up to 1,000 years.
These gatherings are not just social events, they are vital cultural practices that strengthen community bonds. Memorial sites honoring our heroes and heroines. In every corner of Omusati region, memorial sites stand as solemn reminder of bravery and sacrifice. Here lies the resting place of our heroes, those who fought valiantly for freedom and justice. Educational programs at these sites ensure that young people understand their history, fostering pride in their heritage.
Historically, the importance of these sites within the region, the Namibian government decides to declare this site as a national shrine, just for the honor and the respect of our heroes and the heroines of the Armed Liberation Struggle for Namibia independence. The importance of this site is, the number one is economic importance. These sites have economic importance. We have visitors come here and we collect the entrance fees from the visitors. That fees contribute to the national budget. The site, as I told, that is a token, a tangible token of the national reconciliation policy of Namibia. When there is a commemorate, or a special 26 August, a Heroes Day, all the people from the whole country, regardless their political backgrounds, come here as a brother and sisterhood in unity to celebrate their heroes, those who sacrificed their lives for the independence of our country. For the learners, we teach them about the history of Namibia, how they starting, when and where those people are coming from when they are ascended at Ongrubashi. For them, that is very important platform to know the national history. We have to give that history to the learners, for them to feel ownership of this country, and they feel proud to focus on future education for future generations.
Natural wonders, the waterfall. One cannot speak about Omusati region without mentioning its breathtaking waterfalls, a natural wonder that attracts tourism from far and wide. The sound of rushing water creates an ambience that captivates visitors. The surrounding trails offer adventure seekers opportunities for exploration while preserving the delicate ecosystem that thrives here.
I'm Maria Hafeni from Omusati. I decided to visit the waterfall this season because I'm eager to find out how the waterfall looks like during summer season. Actually, this is not my first time visiting Rakana waterfall. I usually used to come here when it's winter, and you all know that when it's winter, there is plenty of water, there is flood and rain, as compared to now. As you can see, the tides and the flow of water is not that much, it's too slow and it's dry. My experience here is quite amazing. It's good to see the nature of our country. It's an attractive place to come to relax your mind. You can take pictures, you can take videos and just live in the moment. If you want to connect with nature, the beautiful rocks, the tumbling water, and the beautiful vegetation, Rakana waterfall is there for you. Don't be afraid to come here because you will find local people that will guide you throughout the place. They are very nice people. They can take you around the place and show you where things are. If you are out there and you have never been to the fall before, I am urging you to come, take a trip to come to Rakana waterfall. It's so captivating here, it's attractive. Just come with your loved one, you must live in the moment, enjoy the beautiful side of our country.
Agricultural abundance, the water canal. A lifeline for agriculture in Omusati region, the water canal runs through fertile lands, making horticulture business thrive. Small-scale gardens flourish alongside large farms, producing everything from fruits to vegetables. This agricultural abundance not only sustains families but also supports local economies through trade.
My name is Mayelatus. I'm an employee at Panduro Vegetable Project. I have not much to say, only that our garden is always green. Every time we use the water from the canal, you can see the canal is nearby there. So we used to that water to watering our garden. Then actually we use the drip irrigation, which is actually in common, which does not exactly need, it doesn't waste too much water, so it's a good way for irrigation.
The governor's vision for sustainability. The governor's vision includes promoting ecotourism and sustainable farming practices, balancing development with environmental stewardship.
Omusati region is one of the regions that are blessed to have various heritage sites. We are saying that because we are a region that have 3 conservancies that we are now conserving with our wildlife animals. Some of them that have been minimized because of poaching. As part of the reserve those animals for our future generation, we have now came up with the idea to come up with those 3 conservancies. Shushona Conservancy, Warudi Conservancy, and then Ukoromani Conservancies. The the ultimate goal is to preserve those treasures, but in the same time also to create a kind of an environment whereby tourism can be derived from the resources that we have. We, in the present moment, we are in the process of kind of creating awareness for Omusati to be marketed as a tourism destination, because in the current moment, we are more a gateway. The reason being, one, our tourism sectors in the region still on the infant stage, because it's not well coordinated, and therefore activities are happening, but not in a coordinated manner. We have so many heritage sites in the regions that can be of more attraction to the tourist. We have every year the annual Olfuko Trade and Expo, and then we have a How Expo, and then we have Shikuku Expo, then we have one Sandy Expo. All those are meant to attract tourism to the region, but still we need to do more, specifically on the areas of accommodation. I think that is where we have a shortage, and as a result, people, they opt to go elsewhere where they can find appropriate accommodation. I think we have to create more opportunities when it's come to accommodation. And we have another area of attraction, that is now our Wakana waterfall. That is the great area where actually we need more investment in that area, because it's where we can create our own waterfront. Like others, they have their waterfronts like the Zambezi and all others. We can also do the same here. We just call upon those investors that are interested to set up some facilities so that that place can be looks attractive. Meantime, when it's come to history, we cannot also forget to talk about the history of the liberation of this country, whereby we have one of the most heritage sites, that is now Luombashi Line, where our first shot to start with the liberation struggle were shot, and therefore is also regarded as one of the highly place to visit, because it's where the history of this country have started, and there's just a lot to offer. But then we think, for it to be more attractive, maybe we have to set up something like an institution of higher learning, and probably the most preferable one could be a military base or a national youth service, where kids can now be trained militarily, because that has been a military camp. And therefore, I think we call upon to any investors who have interest to invest on the heritage sites, please must come forth. Then, for us to sustain those natural treasures, there's a lot to be done. One is that we have to cultivate the culture of preservation, because it will be the same. We are taking care of our culture to do not diminish and be transferred to the new generation. It's the same with our wildlife animals. We remember those days when we were growing up, some of animals like springbok and others, we were confusing them with our goats because they were just grazing together. But if you go around in this current moment, even a rabbit is hard to get. Therefore, those who are remains, we have now to preserve them by encouraging the community not to poach. Otherwise, all those species will be diminished, and our future generation, they may not know about them. And it's also the attraction why most of the Europeans are coming to Namibia. They are not coming for any other else more than looking for those wild animals. And therefore, it's our responsibility as a nation, as a community, as residents of Omusati, to preserve and to avoid by all cost poaching. But in the same time also, we have to understand that all the exports that I have mentioned from the beginning, one of the key aspects is about culture, preservation of culture. And if we preserve our culture, we cannot also probably forget about our wild animals, because if you look at our totem that we celebrate also from Omusati, it's almost talking about animals. Some people, their totem is probably named after a lion or a tiger or whatever. If you are then called a tiger but you never saw a tiger in your life, it will be like you're not complete. Therefore, as a result, we have to preserve those for our cultural value, but also for economic value, because tourists, they pay when they come, and that is where we get our revenue from. Now, Olufuko Cultural Festival, actually that is one of the components that they have, that is the attraction of the whole, is now preservation of culture, whereby those days our culture, our parents, once they realize that now a girl child have grown from adolescent to a womanhood, then they have to perform some rituals that give the rite of passage to that person, for that girl now to realize that she is now no longer an adolescent, but is becoming now a woman. And I think it's very important. In the same time is when the girls are being nurtured to be good wife in future. And when you come to a how also is a celebration of the most important aspect that you used to have in that area, where it's talking about the preservation of the culture, but in the same time also is the same that Sunday Village Council, they are also trying now to portray. In general, it tells us that Omusati is one of the regions that is rich in culture.
Omusati region is a unique tapestry woven from threads of history, nature, and community spirit. As we embrace our past while looking toward a sustainable future, we invite you to explore this remarkable region yourself.